How you doing, guys? Welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently the 18th of December 2022. So we've got about a week left till Christmas. Market's very slow. Volumes have really thinned out. So we want to be careful going into the remainder of December. We could see some extreme volatility, but my thinking is we're probably just going to see a very dull remainder of the year. So with that said, if we look at Bitcoin, and we'll just get straight into the analysis. Last week's price movement had a really nice grind up. That last portion ran into the liquidity pool at 18,245. And then obviously we've had some pretty decent receding from that point. And then obviously, in my opinion, I think we're just going to continue to either stabilize in this area or just slowly bleed into, sort of next year. First quarter of next year, January, February, March. This is when I believe we're going to start to get a feel for the lagging effect of inflation and some of the other lagging indicators that we see in the marketplace. All of this will start to filter through, and I think we'll get a much better picture of what we need to be thinking about when it comes to engaging with either cryptocurrency or any other traditional financial market. If we move over to Bitcoin, my apologies, BNB, Binance, obviously the 235 level was hit. Now, when I posted the tweet saying 235 this year, I'm going to call it now. As far as I'm concerned, I saw all of the indications, that price had pretty much picked up whatever sell side liquidity it needed to pick up here. Nice liquidity grab, really, really nice drop. Obviously, this is just rebalancing and then just effectively a couple of weeks and then bang. Now, the low of this candle comes in at 220. Okay, this is important because, again, all it's doing here is basically ran into this level, paired a bunch of orders, and now it's a little bit of a run up. If we just drop down to the daily chart, we can see what that looks like. And I was saying again on Twitter that the reaction that we see at this level is very, very important because it's going to give us an indication as to whether or not price is going to reverse this. As far as I'm concerned, that's very unlikely, or going to continue, to reach lower. I need to fix that. Continue to reach lower, into the lower level liquidity, and then basically take out this low and just continue to bleed and bleed and bleed. I think we see 200 on Binance going into next year and possibly even lower. Now, you guys know I've had 148 on my chart for some time. It says 150 here, but it's 148. So this is the lower level that I'm still expecting price to hit, and doesn't necessarily mean anything bad has to happen. Doesn't mean that anything has to happen with Binance or any of these FTX issues or some of these other exchanges, but it will just be a function, of a bleeding market that is effectively catching up, with what's actually happening globally, and people effectively moving their money around. People are dipping into their savings now, and I do believe there will come a time where people start to sell some of their investments, to survive. It is an unfortunate circumstance, but I think that's going to happen. I think a lot of people are going to be struggling next year, so it's something that we need to be mindful of. It's not nice, but we're just doing purely objective analysis. What are we expecting on the markets? And we look at all of these variables to give us an indication of what we're probably going to see, and then we let price unfold, tell us what it wants to do. And I've always been a firm believer that the chart pretty much tells you, the entire picture way before, any other indicator can do so, other than, insider information, which obviously, we're not interested in anything like that. So with all of that said, I hope the analysis finds everybody well. I will be doing some live streaming this week, maybe a couple of days of trading. I'm not too fussed about jumping into the markets at this time of the year, but if we see something interesting on the NASDAQ, with the small account challenge, I'll jump into something. But outside of that, I'm in all the usual places, LSP TV Discord. The link is in the description below. If anybody needs me, just DM me, message me on there, and I look forward to speaking to you guys tomorrow. All the best. Take care. Ciao for now.